Right, okay. Hi, my friends, how you doing? If you've ever wondered how famous players, the good guys, can pick up the guitar and just riff up and down the neck, and you would really like to be able to do that, then this lesson is going to be quite enlightening, I imagine, because I'm going to show you how you can really get started doing that stuff. I'm going to share with you a practice routine that I've been sharing with my private students, and it's been down a storm, right? Because it really helps you develop muscle memory up and down the fretboard so that you're able to pick it up and just riff and know exactly what you're doing. You're not just copying stuff, all right? So this is going to be good. There's three moves that you need to develop. So I'm going to go through all three of them with you, and hopefully by the end of it, you'll be able to pick up your guitar and just do lots of cool stuff. All right, so before we get into it, I've got two announcements. One, my blues bootcamp is back. We're starting on the 26th of August for 5 days. It's been amazing last time. We had so much fun. So this is great. If you're new to blues, you've always wanted to learn it, then this is a great opportunity. We'll cover everything from, playing a 12-bar blues, chords, scales, the blues scale, improvisation, all the cool stuff. All right, so make sure you sign up to that and the link below. It's completely free and it's a lot of fun. It's on Facebook with the uploads and stuff, but you can participate out with Facebook because we're going live on YouTube and you'll get all the replays via email and stuff. All right, so sign up below. And second announcement is I'm taking on 3 new private students this month. So if you've been stuck for far too long on guitar, you're not progressing and you're desperate to move forward, you need structure, you need accountability, you need one-on-one time with a teacher and feedback, then I would love to work with you. If you're ready to commit and you're ready to go for it and throw yourself into it, then apply via the link around here and we'll have a chat. So let's get into the lesson now, alright? So I'm going to do the little switcheroo here, and we're going to... I'm just using my laptop here, by the way, but I think it works fine, alright? So we've got this. Again, this is the cage system. It's nothing new, but the practice routine is. Okay, this is something I kind of developed myself, alright, to really use the cage system and actually make music from it. Okay, so we've got 2 shapes here. We've got the G shape and we've the A shape. Both are the A chord. Now, if I had a capo here, right, and I made that shape, alright, if I try, we would have just an A arpeggio. It'd be easier just to get that individually. 5, 4, 2, 2, 2, 5, alright, you see that? 5, 4, 2, 2, 2, 5, a combination of the G shape and the A shape, right? So that's the visual I really want you to ingest. You've always got that, okay? And if we move that around, if we move that to the 10th fret, because this is the A note, so applying that shape will give us all the notes in the A chord. If we move that up to the D on the 10th fret of the low E, we would have a D arpeggio. If we move that up to the 12th fret, we would have an E arpeggio and do the same thing. Now that's what we're going to be using. We're going to be using an A, a D and an E, and this is demonstrating how we use the cage system to do, a lot more creative things with those chords. Okay, so keep that in mind. We've got this shape. Now, what we're going to do is something very magical. We're going to add in the pentatonic scale around that. Okay, so I'm not adding any root notes or anything like that right now. I just want you to visualize the chord and the licks. The chord and licks. Alright, so we're taking the chord and then we're adding the pentatonic scale. These are the notes we've got to work with, where we create a lot of those juicy licks. And this is where we're going to do some of the exercises that are going to help build that muscle memory. You need to know this is the shape, alright, and it can be moved, alright, everywhere. Alright, so this means that if we practice some licks here, then we can move it around to the D and E shape as well and create some really cool stuff. Okay, so let's go to a fuller screen and get into the first practice, alright? So again, this is all about building muscle memory. Okay, now the first practice goes 5, 4, I'm going to just play it. You don't need to do it fast, right? I'm just demonstrating how I built up the muscle memory that I don't really need to think about it anymore, and that's where you really want to get to. Alright, so I'm going 5, 4, 2, 2, arpeggiating that chord, and then going to 4, my third finger, sliding up to 6, and we want to use these fingers. 5 in my middle, up to 7, and then back to 5. And then third finger, 6 to 4, to 2, with my index. 4, 2, 4, 2, 5, just climbing back up. And of course, if I move that up to D, D, E. Now, what you're getting here, the reason, the magic, what's really happening here, right? I'm doing this subconsciously, subliminally to you, right? Is that you're getting licks within licks here. So within this, you get this. Alright, which means... Oh. Alright, it's all in there. Alright, but if we get our fingers fluid enough with these movements, we'll be able to play these licks a lot more musically, rather than them sounding like scales, okay? So this is what we're doing here. So you want to practice. That stuff. Okay, now, exercise number 2, quite similar. We're going to do that. This is that kind of Hendrix thing. So this is really cementing that Hendrix technique when we're using that A shape and we're double stopping, okay, by getting these notes directly across. Alright, just a full step across from the second fret. Okay, so we've got 5, 4, 2, 2, and then I'm going to take the G string, and I'm also going to get my pick to double stop the string underneath it as well. So the G and B, hammer on 2 to 4, off again, back to 4 and the string above it, and then repeat. Alright. And then screwed up there. And you just practice these movements over, right? So this brings us on to the very last one, which is my favourite, which is double stop city. Okay, and these are just great to mix it up, all right, to add a little bit of flair to your playing. All right, we're going to practice this one. This is again some Hendrixy Meer kind of movement. You're going to see how this all comes together in just a second, right? So we're going to take 5. Again, I'm going to bring us back to this scale. Where are we now? We're here. Okay, so just imagine this 5, 5 on the high E and the B. Then we're going to hammer on 7. So see where those notes are coming from. 5 to 7. And then back to 5. Oh, sorry, actually, we're not going to do that. We're going to do this. 5 to 7, and then we get this little shape here. Now just look at the scale and see that 4 and 5, the G and B, and then we're going to get that, those two strings together and hammer on to 6 on the G. Practice that little movement. It's difficult. I remember doing this for the first time. I remember like really struggling with it, right? So don't worry. It's just about practice, repetition, and then slide that whole shape down to the 2nd, 3rd and 4th fret, alright? I'm just going to bring us back to the full screen, right? So then take that 3rd finger off, and you've got the 4, the 2nd and 4th, 2nd and 3rd fret there. And then we're just going to basically do the exercise we did. We're just going to combine the 2nd one with that. right? And you can see how that all comes together, right? I know I'm just kind of going quite fast here. Honestly, I'm not trying to show off or anything. I'm just try to demonstrate that build up. This is what I do. This is how I believe, other players do it. They build up the muscle memory with these movements so that when it comes to improvising and it comes to playing off the cuff, you've got all these things, these movements under your fingers. And, that's how it worked for me anyway. So I hope you enjoyed that. I hope it helps you on your journey. If it did, make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, all that stuff. Thank you very much for joining me today. Take it easy, and I'll see you at the Blues Bootcamp. Take it easy.